Hello and what is going on, people? Hope you're all doing well, and today I have episode 4 of our Stacked from Scratch series, where you guys can follow my journey of how I rebuild from nothing on my account to endgame gear. A lot of you guys are returning players or straight up new to the game and cannot relate to all of the guides on YouTube with endgame setups and weapons that will cost you an arm and a leg and legit hundreds of hours to grind out. This series is all about showing you guys how easy it is to make a ton of money in Runescape, alongside all of the tips and tricks that I'd recommend on the way. As someone who has been at the end game for Runescape for a few years now, and really has been spoilt with best in slot weapons, armor and perks for so long, the game has simply lost its fun factor for me, and the initial spark of grinding for that gear has been lost. The whole point of this series is really to rekindle the game for myself, and truly relearn the game and the content it has to offer without all of this clutch gear that I'm used to. This will also enable me to make guides that are useful for everyone and not just those with max gear. This being said, I truly am having a blast with playing the game over again and would recommend it to anyone out there who is burnt out. Thank you all so much on the support so far on the series. You honestly have all been so amazing, and I look forward to growing this community with all of you guys together. And speaking of which, if you haven't already, feel free to jump in our community Discord. The link will be in the comment section down below. You can hang out here, ask for advice, or just be a part of the journey. You're all more than welcome to join along. So in this episode, in the background, we're going to continue doing our passive money makers, our dailies, herb runs, criminal bolt runs, all of that stuff. I cannot stress how important it is to do these passive money makers at this stage of the game. They will legit pay for your membership single-handedly, and also a ton of your supplies and upgrades on your account. And it is honestly your best way to make your initial GP on your account. I've hesitated making any guides for dailies on the channel because there's already a ton of great ones out there from other content creators. But if you guys would be interested in seeing the route that I personally take, then let me know and I'll see what I can put together for you guys. The primary goal of this episode is to carry on with some bossing, and I also want to test out my luck at some big game hunter in this one to test out what the money's like nowadays and get some nice XP while doing so because it's double XP. You have a decent chance of getting a Dragon Matic while doing Big Game Hunter. Obviously, it's the only way to get it in the game, but it's only a 1 in 101, I want to say. So your chances of actually getting one every hour isn't too bad. So the money making, while it won't be the best, it will be decent, and we're going to get some gains on our account at the same time. We already have a pretty nice melee setup on the account, and the next upgrade is to actually grab ourselves our first set of tier 90s. So let's see if we can get ourselves a set of Drygors in this episode, and maybe even a set of Masterwork armor. If you guys are struggling with the order that you're upgrading your gear, on the channel I have a mage, range and melee upgrade guide where you guys can actually follow the upgrade order that I'd recommend taking on your account to get the most bang for your buck with every investment that you make. So I'm actually considering resetting all of my boss kill times for this series so that we can use it to see how much of an improvement each upgrade gives us. Not going to lie, this is going to be really painful to get rid of all my current personal records. But overall, I feel it will make the series a lot more fun and engaging for myself because I can actually track my own progress. Oh nice, that's a 43-second Vindictor kill, which I'm not going to lie, with the setup that we have, without using Ripper Demon Scrolls, no greater abilities, no pocket slot items for damage, is actually pretty quick. I'm interested to see how we can improve this over time with each upgrade. There we go, that's our Reaper task done. It's really important to do your Reaper tasks, purely due to the fact that Hydrixes are ridiculously expensive right now. Another little thing as well, if you do a lot of PVMing and you need your aura refreshes, you can actually buy tier 3 aura refreshes, which will reset your Berserk, Maniacal and Reckless auras. So if you do a lot of PVMing like myself, I would personally recommend saving these up to get your aura refreshes. That way you're never going to be limited to the amount of bosses that you can do. But if you do need the money, the Hydrixes are a nice profit as well. So nice to finally be able to do some bossing on the account. Like, I'm actually really enjoying doing something as simple as Vindictor, because obviously whenever I've done it, I've had the best gear in the game, and it's pretty boring at that point for me personally. Whereas I've had to completely relearn it. And I'm going to be honest, the GP that you're making isn't too bad. Without even getting a drop, it's 5.6 mil we've just got from that hour. We're consistently getting the 41 kills an hour, so I'm not going to say that's the max. You could probably get upwards of 45. I do actually want to try out and use some of my double XP doing some Big Game Hunter. I don't actually know how much money you can make doing Big Game Hunter, but I'm intrigued to find out. So I'm going to do an hour or two of Big Game Hunter and see what the loot's like nowadays. So I'm going to test out some Big Game Hunter and snag some Hunter XP using up the remaining 37 hours of double XP that I've got. I also have 9 million bonus Hunter XP as well, so hopefully the XP rates are going to be pretty fast. I've no idea how good the GP is while doing this, so that's going to be fun finding out. I haven't actually done this in such a long time. The last time I actually done this was trying to get the Totem of Treasure for Clue Scrolls. And I'm going to be completely honest, last time I done this, I actually got 2 pieces of the Pterosaur Maul. And then my first clue I got when I done the Totem, I actually got a Blood Die. So I'm not expecting to be getting lucky with this. They didn't actually have Dragon Max when I'd done this before, so that's going to be completely new for me. I've bought a Dragon Hatchet and put Hone 6 and Refined 4 on it. For those of you that don't know what these do, on screen I'll put on the perk combination of how to get these. Hone 6 basically increases the chance of you gathering items by 12%. This is great for mining, woodcutting, and archaeology. Whereas Refined provides a 20% chance that the tree that you are chopping will not deplete. This is great for Big Game Hunter, and it's also really good for Bloodwood trees as well. We're down to 18 mil, so hopefully we can make some nice profit from this. I do have some things to sell in the bank, and I have slowed down on my dailies and herb runs, but I'm going to kickstart all of that back up eventually. And yeah, we'll start building up to some of the next upgrades on the account so we can do some other bosses. So at Anachronia, there's a mini game very similar to Ports, where you can manage your base camp and improve it and get some various upgrades. There's tons of good ones, but specifically for Big Game Hunter, you want to upgrade the Hunter Lodge. For tier 1, you have a 10% chance of gathering additional resources from Big Game Hunter while woodcutting. This will enable you to get set up quicker and get more runs an hour. The second one's really big. It actually makes it so that the dinosaurs take an extra 2.4 seconds to catch you, giving you more time to get to cover and get out of the radius. And the third one, which you need the reinforced dinosaur pelt to unlock, which can be obtained by actually hunting the dinosaurs themselves, makes it so that one type of frog is removed at the start of each game of Big Game Hunter. So that's the upgrade that I'm going to be going for right now. Also, whilst training Hunter, to the southwest of this place, there's a guy called Irinson. And here you can access the Hunter Mark shop. You gain these while training Hunter or doing big game hunts. And there's a few various rewards that you can get. The most important one that you want to grab yourself is the Quick Traps reward. This will increase the speed that you build and arm the traps by 30%, which will greatly increase the amount of dinosaurs that you can hunt an hour. The other useful upgrade I'd recommend grabbing is the Elite Trapper outfit blueprint, so that you can make the Volcanic Elite Hunter outfit. This is really useful for Hunter, and one of the most important things that this actually gives you is the ability to set another trap. After this, for profit, you can actually spend your marks on dinosaur eggs and simply sell them on a grand exchange. But I'd recommend before doing that, have at least one frog repellent on you at all times. This way, if the first hunt of a specific type of dinosaur is a triple spawn, you can actually pop this and remove one of the frogs from the instance, and this will make your life a lot easier. I'd only recommend using this on the triple hunts, but just make sure you have one just. So to begin with, I've bought like 50 of each of the tier 1 dinosaur meats. This way I can use these up and get the meats for tier 2 and tier 3 hunts, instead of spending the money on them myself. I think to maximize profits, you either want to buy the tier 1, build them up to tier 3s and sell the tier 3 meat, or it might even be better to get the tier 2 meats and sell them for tier 3. In my opinion, I'm probably gonna do the tier 3 hunts, because to be honest with you, the chance of actually getting a Pterosaur Maul is what makes this fun for me. While the minigame's fun itself, the big ticket items are the reason that I'm here and want to train it. So I'll probably use these up myself. The method that I'm actually going to be using is to get 18 logs at the very beginning and turn them into spears. Then I'll grab 9 vines, which will be used for 3 hunts. And the rest of my invent I'll fill up with logs. I'll set up all of the traps and grab 2 poison darts of one colour frog. And then one of the other 2 colours. For example, I'd grab 2 golden frogs and 1 blue frog. This way that when the cutscene happens, you'll pay attention to see what they hit. If one of these hit 30k, you know the frog that you're going to be using for the rest of the hunts. And if neither of them hit 30k, you know that the remaining frog, which in this case would be the red, would obviously be the one that you want to use for the rest of the hunts. I'm pretty sure this is the most optimal method in order to find the frog that's actually worth using and will require the least amount of attempts. And then it's just rinse and repeat until they go into hiding and simply just move on to the next one. No way, that's the last hunt of the hour and I've just got the hunter pet. No shot, bro. I haven't even actually seen this pet before, I don't think. I've legit never seen this pet. We got it at 30 million XP. I mean, it's not the coolest pet, but we'll keep it out for now. So yeah, that's the first hour. We got the pet and This is the loot that we got. It's not the greatest. We got 3.4 mil. But I'm assuming when we transform these raw meats into the next tier, we're going to make even more profit. So I'll come back after we've transformed all of these and we can see how much profit we've made. So I done Big Game Hunter for probably 3 to 4 hours over like 2 days, I want to say. And we ran into a few double encounters, but this is the only triple encounter I actually managed to get. The triple spawn is actually pretty hard, and if you don't pay attention for legit a few seconds, you will fail it. And obviously you don't want to fail it because this is one of your best chances of getting good rewards. They're really fun and give you triple loot and experience when you complete these, and I'm pretty sure this is how people are able to get like 6 Dragon Max in one loot, which is crazy. Obviously they ain't the 100 mil they were on release, but there's still a decent chunk of change. As far as any tips for these, it's pretty much just playing it safe for the most part, and always having an escape plan. Remember to use Anticipating Freedom so that you don't get stunned and lose the hunt. That would be pretty annoying. You can use Power Bursts of Accelerations as a get out of jail free card in case things get a little bit too sketchy. Pretty much if you don't get greedy, you should be fine when it comes to doing these. So honestly, just take your time and just have fun doing it. Also, as you get rid of the first dinosaur, it gets significantly easier, so just make sure to not get caught, because these are fairly rare encounters, and they are your best chance of getting rare items, such as the Max and Pterosaur Maul pieces. When it comes to the Pterosaur Maul pieces, they act pretty different. They don't increase the amount of Pterosaur Maul pieces you get, instead you just have an increased drop rate of getting the Maul pieces. These rates haven't actually been confirmed, but they do seem most common in the triple encounters, obviously. BG8 is honestly one of the most refreshing skilling updates Runescape 3 has had in a long time. Whilst Archaeology is great, it is pretty much the vanilla skilling experience. Big Game Hunter is like bossing for skillers. Old School are great at making skilling engaging like this, with content such as the Lava Flow Mine, which if any of you have done, is actually a pretty fun and rewarding way of doing mining. Volcano, Winter Todd, and a new fishing boss. And I'm sure they've got tons more down the line that they're going to bring out. I'm pretty sure the Elder God Wars dungeon is meant to have some skilling elements, and hopefully it's not just bossing, so that everyone can actually enjoy the content. And if they're able to make something just as good as Big Game Hunter, if not better, then it will be actually really fun to do. I hope they do a lot more updates like this in the future. Like, imagine if you could go into the deep sea fishing hub and go hunt a megalodon or something. I think that would be pretty fun. Them triple encounters actually take a fair bit of time. It's a lot longer than I remember it being. Obviously, I haven't had too much practice doing Big Game Hunter, and I'm a bit rusty at the moment. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get anything from that. It's still nice having the triple meat and the triple bones, though, because that's still going to add a decent amount of profit. Like, I think we made over 1.3 mil from that hunt alone, which isn't too bad considering we didn't get a drop. Plus, the triple XP rates is always nice, too. Nice, there we go. We've just hit 108 Hunter. We're still using our double XP. I'm literally just doing it because I find it pretty fun. We're at the tier 2 dinosaurs now, and these actually give you a decent amount of profit because the meat costs so much. So I'm playing on 2 accounts at the moment and thought I'd do something pretty AFK. And I thought I'd go to buy watches and get some progress, use up some double XP, get some prayer levels and some fire making XP. And we hit 200 mil magic, so yeah, that's that skill done. So we've actually done quite a lot of AFKing over the past few days. I've just been chilling out on the weekend playing some zombies. So in the background, I've been doing my herb runs, doing my criminal bolt runs, and AFKing incandescent energies. So I'm going to get all of me loot together, and I'm actually going to sell this and see how much money we've got and see if we can get any upgrades on the account. So here's the first event, and this is going to be the bulk of the money that we've made. And this is at 97.8 mil, which is insane. Like, literally, these incandescent energies look like they're going up now that the hype's died down. So hopefully we can sell these, and we should be able to get some nice upgrades with this. Damn, we were at 1,027 Avantos. Like, we've done a fair bit of Via Watches. So our first event hasn't even finished selling, and we're already at 99 mil. I'm pretty sure these incandescent energies are actually selling above mid, which is crazy. Like, it's ridiculous how many people done divination on the first day because the update came out. And now, obviously, barely anyone... I say barely anyone. There's probably still a lot of people doing it, but relative to the first day, there's not that many people actually doing it. Yeah, we're at nearly over 100 mil on our first event. I'm going to get the rest of the stuff in the bank. So there's most of our second event sold, and we're at over 136 mil. So we're definitely going to be able to get our Drygores this episode. And then the last bit of the tab that we've got is from our God Wars Dungeon 2. And I'm pretty sure we've made like over 10 mil doing this. So let's see how much this all sells for. Damn, 3.3 mil just in the dragon bones. It's really nice. Surprised they sell on double XP because they aren't actually used. So we have 154 mil at the moment. And with that, I'm pretty sure we're able to get ourselves a set of Dragon Maces and full masterwork. For now, I'm going to get ourselves the Dragon Maces. And I might hold off on the masterwork and see if there's any upgrades that I can get for my range so that I can go kill next comfortably. So there we go. That's the Maces bought. And we have 55 mil to spare. Ideally, we want to save up for a Noxious Scythe next so that we can have a Cleave Switch. But because it's 386 mil, I might skip that and just get Masterwork for now. Because Masterwork's going to be a massive upgrade from our Bando's armor. And there we go. That's the Masterwork set that I'm going to be grabbing as well. So this is our first tier 90 set on the game. And the fact that we've got this so quick is crazy. Like, we were able to do so many bosses with this gear setup alone. I'm going to grab myself a set of Laceration Boots as well because they're fairly cheap. And yeah, this is the gear setup we've got already after episode 4. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty balling. We still need to upgrade our gloves, our Amulet of Fury. I probably want to grab a Blood Necklace or an Amulet of Souls on the next upgrade. And then we will also want to grab ourselves a set of Cinderbane gloves eventually. Another major upgrade we need on the account is a Noxious Scythe. But for now, using this with our tier 85 Miziari will be more than enough for most of the bosses that we're going to be doing. The real upgrades when it comes to melee, you're actually investing in that Greater Barge and Greater Flurry. So for now, like, we're actually looking really good on the account. Like, I cannot wait to do some more bosses with this gear. On the next episode, we're probably going to do some more God Wars Dungeon 2 and maybe even delve into Araxor. I'm intrigued to see how Araxor goes without Greater Barge, without a Seren God Bow, all of that good stuff. So it should be really fun. Thank you for everyone for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. If you find it useful and if you are enjoying it, please leave a like so that we can push this out to more people. Also, if you don't want to miss out on any future episodes or any money making guides that I've got coming to the channel, we're going to start making some more videos on how to improve at PVM as well to get you guys all up to date with what rotations to use, which abilities are the strongest, all of that good stuff. If you don't want to miss out on any of that content, please subscribe to the channel so you get notified whenever I upload. Any feedback on how to improve the content on my channel is always appreciated. And if you have anything that you'd like to see me test out or do, any methods you'd like me to try, please let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoying Double XP.